Hey Scorpios, welcome to Scorpio Intuitions. So Scorpios, I've been getting this the strong energy of God says that Scorpios, you have the whole world in your hands. It's nothing that you are incapable of bringing into your world. All right. I'm hearing God is saying to expeditiously uh, push forward this new world, this new life. First, God wants you to understand and see how far you have come. God wants you to know how much you have healed, okay? And once you are in this place of knowing that you are nowhere near where you were, God is saying, then that's when the miracles come, okay? I'm hearing because we are evolved to a point and healed to a particular point where we know that things happen for us and not to us, because we know that we are universe and we are really giving ourselves this experience to learn ourselves more in a deeper capacity than we have ever known in this life or past lives. God is saying right now, anything that has happened from our past, the reason why we are so willing and eager to forgive people and things that have brought us to this place of power, this place of knowing, this place of being awareness, because on a higher frequency, we know that we place these individuals and things into our lives so that we can come into this God energy that we have known us to be. God is saying right now is the time for us to truly embark and place in this healing, okay? I forgive everybody that has ever done anything, because I know you were doing your own part in making me as powerful and as great as I am. God's saying, I feel like right now, it's the energy of forgiving those that were placed in your life by you at a higher extent to bring you into knowing who you are and learning a deeper understanding and evolution than you've ever known in past lives. Yes, we have been empresses, we've been rulers, we have been magicians, we have been healers, we have been burnt at states. We have learned so many lessons, but God said in this life we are learning that all of those lives happen for this moment, okay? And we're no longer holding on to the very things that we knew that we had placed in our lives so that we can learn these lessons to move into a higher ascension. So I'm seeing this. This is a place of calm. This is a place of peace. This is a place of power and understanding and awareness, okay? And the thing is, yeah, we forgive everybody, everything, everyone that has hindered us, hurt us, and put us through anything that we felt like we did not deserve. God says right now, we forgive those things, those energies. Why? Because if it wasn't for them, will you be who you are today? Now, just because we forgive you, don't mean we fuck with you. But at the same time, it's like God is saying we're releasing that hurt so that we won't give energy to those things that we actually had take place in our lives so that we can grow and be as powerful as we are today. God says right now, only thing we have accomplished what we set out to be. The very things that we put in front of us so that we can grow, we have accomplished it. So now it's like, now that we have accomplished what we desire to, we're no longer holding to the reason why we got here, because understand, things are not happening to us, it's happening for us. And when you get out of that mindset of, oh, it's them, and you realize, the whole time all this experience was me. I knew that I was going to awaken at this particular time and moment. So everything that's happened, it no longer affects me. Meaning I'm no longer giving my energy to those things that brought me to where I'm at. I'm grateful. Yes, now God is saying this is a new world, a new era for you to move in abundance. I'm hearing right now God saying now it's time to realize our gifts, okay? We had to acknowledge who we were, what we did not deserve, what we were not going to put up with, what we called in as ours. Now that we're in this knowing, now God is saying, now this is a new world to create from. The old has passed away. the old energies, the old things that no longer exist to us. God says, I want you to fully operate into this right now. What does that mean, Mercy? What do you mean, Mercy? What does it look like, Mercy? It looks like energies that they're coming up, past energy. Like, you know how we always be like, man, I'm tired of the past. Spirit said, no, the past gonna be tired of us because it no longer serves us. So when you see past energies try to come up, we just look like, damn, I remember back in the days when I was young and not a kid anymore. That would bother me. Now when you see people of your past, people or obstacles of your past, because all they were obstacles for you to get over. Now that you see it, you just smile and like, man, I'm grateful for that moment. I'm grateful for that narcissist ex because it showed me that I could overcome that. I'm grateful for this experience with the loved ones that I had that showed me that they didn't understand the love that I was given. I'm grateful. Because if it wasn't for that, will I be able to be in this power, this love? God is saying right now, it's nothing that you can't do. Now, since you already know that you're strong, since you already know that you're chosen, now God said, now it's time for you to really start to develop the abilities that you have on this new level. Because we're no longer worried about that. We have universal dimensional things that we have to start creating. You see what I'm saying? And God is saying right now, it's like, now he's gonna say the power is yours. I feel like God is saying it's time for us to operate in this creation. It's time for us to operate in this knowing that we have no limits. We are universes within ourselves. We create everything, every aspect. And now it's kind of like when they say, if you want to save the world, you first have to save you. Think about your levels. And this is just like history. Like, see, they teach us false histories in this when we birth, because we came into a programming, you feel me? We signed up for the shit. And then like you think about all the things that you have to overcome as a child. You have to overcome those childhood struggles, you have to heal from karmic lessons that your past lives. And now that you're at this state of mind, and when you have to realize, okay, I had to clean up my house before I could tell somebody that their house needed to be cleaned up, right? Now that we known to be the ones to operate in this movement and not just be the ones to talk about it, then it's like now you can see clearly. Once your house is clean, now you can go beyond your house and start seeing things that can be fixed. Why? Because my home is no longer cluttered. My home is no longer chaotic. My home is no longer toxic. It is pure. Now that it's pure, I can actually go outside and be aware and seeing what isn't pure with the things of the world. And now I'm able to create from a pure heart, a pure mind, a pure soul to start implementing change. See, how can you change things outside of you when you haven't changed the things within you? God is saying right now, we're going into this era of creational peace. You could feel it all around you, divine loved ones. God is saying you are so powerful. You are so loved. You are so brilliant. You are the creme de la creme. You are the ones that say, you know what? Something ain't right with what I came into. I'm going to fix it. And then I'm going to go beyond it. I'm going to be overly, it's like you're so optimistic in this new life. Because you know, if I could change that, I could change this. And God is saying right now, you hold the power to this new heaven, this new earth. Understand, heaven is on earth. Heaven is here. Just like they say hell is on earth, we left hell behind when we realized we don't have to live in the stereotype or the programming that they told us we had to live in. That negative energy, the feeling sorry for ourselves. When you are powerful and you realize you are God, you don't feel sorry for yourself, you change it. And I feel like God is saying right now, everything that got you to this point was to let you realize you have the authority to change all of this shit. This is your world. You are God, okay? And that's the thing where we were programmed. It's like we were taught what was good was bad, what was bad was good. And because we were the ones that went against the grain, we weren't like, how am I going to listen to something and it's going against my inner self? But in order for you to get a clearer picture on what that was, you had to change your inner self. Now it's like you can see clearer now. We don't argue with people that don't understand what we're talking about. Why? Because they have not done the work. It's kind of like you can't feed steak to a baby, right? Why? Because they can't chew it. They have no teeth, and if they do, it ain't strong enough to bite against it. And even if they was to break down the meat, are their bodies ready to digest it and break it down? God said, right now, we done broke down everything. We have broken. As we was a child, we thought as a child. Now that we are gods, we create as powerful gods. And God is saying we are walking in the era of creation, of abundance, prosperity. And it's nothing that can hold us back. We are the ones that they fear, because now we know ourselves and we realize they never had power over us. And once you realize that, not only have you become very powerful, but you become dangerous in the eyes who thought they had authority over you because of the lack of knowledge that you had of oneself. I'm seeing that this is the era where it's so much peace, it's so much light, and we're realizing it's nothing what they told us it would be. They told us what they wanted us to focus on so that we could bring about their agenda. Their agenda was what? Destruction and domination. They wanted to dominate gods, but we are the gods. And you can't dominate those who know who they are and fear nothing, because fear does not exist if we are creation. Fear is the most, it was the powerfulest thing they used against us. Love is the powerfulest energy that exists, but they told us that fear should trump love. Not anymore. You know how they said in the Bible in the last days, how you know, because men will be lovers of themselves, and they wanted us to look down on those who love themselves. Think about this. If the whole process of you coming to knowing that you are truly divine was you putting yourself first, you loving yourself so you don't have to have somebody to tell you who you need to be in order to be loved. They wanted you to fear being outcast. The reason why the true gods, the true chosens, are lovers of themselves, because we finally know who we are. It was all a deceptive image. And now that things are falling away, it's like they want us to be ashamed of knowing that we are powerful, knowing that we are great, knowing that we have no restraints. Once you know you have no shackles on you, those who tried to put it on you, they are in fear of you. So now the very fear they wanted you to have, they have. Because they know now they have no power over us. And the power has always been within us. So now they're afraid that we're going to do to them what they have done to us. God is saying right now, you are the powerfulest thing walking this dimension, this earth, these realms. You are so much more than what you were programmed to think that you were. Now that you know who you are, Spirit says we have no limits. No limits at all. God says it's time to operate in that knowing. We have so many things to create from a pure love aspect. Those things that once tried to control us will cease to exist. Why? Because our vibration has risen. Only lower Why do you think people keep you in fear? Because if you're fearing something, you don't want to move forward. You will stay in a stagnant place. And right now, guys, we are up. We have woken up. We're like, time to get ready for your day. God is saying right now, it's time for us to take back the control. We already have our power. Now it's time for us to see, how do we see our future? Because the image that they gave us wasn't our future. It was them trying to take our destiny. But our destiny is ours and ours alone. And now that we know that, fear doesn't exist in our world anymore. It exists in theirs. Because they are low vibrational beings and we are higher vibrationals. We have evolved those who were controlling us. We have. The truth is out that we are the original. We are the creators. The system is falling down because we have awakened. God says right now, everything you do from this moment forward, do it in power, do it in knowing, and do it in the energy that you know you cannot be stopped. What do they say the most feared man is? The one that's not afraid of death. Death was never supposed to be feared. It was supposed to be embraced because we know we are eternal. How many lives have you lived? How many of you beautiful souls since you was born? Oh, that's an old soul. For you to be an old soul, that means you done been in this bitch before. God says it's time for us to awaken to our true divine being. Nothing but abundance and prosperity shall come upon your life. We should never be at the bottom again. Never. Never. Our DNA is starting to be so powerful and so equipped. It don't matter how many type of shots or things they try to do, they cannot. You can't break my soul. You can't break my soul. Spirit says right now, just know that you're unstoppable. Anything you could think of, it shall happen. If you could think it, it's already created in the realm. It's about you focusing on it. That's it. We're grateful for everything that brought us up into this point. We're mindful of what the enemy was trying to do but can't do no more. Because bitch, how you gonna, we unbreakable. Trust me, if your life alone ain't showed you that, look at the people that's around you that ain't been through half the shit you've been through. Look like they done been through hell. You done literally been through hell, but you still going. They don't know, how are you still surviving? Bitch, because I'm unbreakable. I cannot be destroyed. And when you come into this powerful understanding that you cannot be destroyed, then those who put some type of false narrative about you, being destroyed, it's like, tisk, I pity the fool. God is saying, from this day forward, move in power, move in knowing, and create. Show those that have not awakened what real power looks like. It ain't about putting your agenda on people. It's about you creating what you want. You don't have to impose your will on people like those that came before us or lower entities have done. You don't have to do that. Just like the people be like, oh, they doing a spell. Baby, when you powerful, you don't have to put no love spell on you. Bitch, my energy alone gonna make you fall in love with me because I'm something you ain't never experienced in this life or the next. God is saying walk in power because it ain't nothing you can't do. Show the world, show the universe, show these realms that the gods are back. And we ain't being captive. You can't hold us. We created the very bonds that you think that you have over us. God is saying move in power because all the power is yours. It's always been yours. You just have to know it. Now that you know it, what are you going to do with it? What you going to do with it? You know you a limitless being and you can never fail. Ever fail. What would you do? What are you going to do? What impact are you going to make on your bloodline, on your legacy? Huh? What type of ancestor are you going to be? The ones that come in, show up, and show the fuck out. The ones that those who are lower vibrational, who think they could take you out, will fear. Because it's power behind your words, it's power behind your actions. And your harvest is going to be the fruit of the truth that you are who you say that you are. Family, it's time to rise. Let's show them who we really are. The very reason why they tried to hold us back, let's show them. All of their attempts to bring us down failed. So the very thing that they fear, now they're focusing on it. Their energy is being given to you because the very thing they fear, they're focusing on. So let's show them why they fear us. create from a beautiful place of love. Because fear does not exist in the hearts of gods. Only in the hearts of those beings and entities that know they were never supposed to be on our fucking throne. So, that being said, Scorpios, from this day forward, create. Create from a place of love, from a place of understanding, and also from a place of, I wish a motherfucker would try that shit again. I love you, Scorpios. If any of this resonated with you and you know who the fuck you are, don't forget to like this video and don't forget to comment. I have the power because the power is yours. Can't nobody take what's yours. And if they try to, shit, that's when their fears will take over them. I love you, gods and goddesses. Let's rise.